Welcome to WagerTalk.com. I am Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas, and I'm joined by the duo that makes up Vegas Synergy at Vegas Synergy on Twitter, Vegas Frank and Vegas Chris. You guys are going to give us 4 tips from Vegas to help out some the newbies in the space. Frank, I'm going to go to you first. Give me the strangest secret you have to sports betting.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not even for newbies all the time. You know, I got this when in 2017 and 18, I was working on and off for 2 years in Costa Rica in one of the big sports books. This is when it dawned on me that they would have me, you know, and it was like an honor and a privilege. He would have me analyzing accounts with his database because he wanted to give, and he says, please analyze these accounts and give me the information. I want everybody that's beating the closing line. That's what the bookmakers fear, these big bookmakers, is who's beating me to the closing line. But what I noticed along the way, and I spent 11 to 13 hours, I would analyze hundreds and hundreds of accounts. I noticed a pattern, and I consider this probably the strangest secret in sports betting, yet the most essential. I actually believe, hands-on, I've seen thousands of accounts in a major sports book in Costa Rica, that without this, it is impossible to win in sports betting. And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen hundreds of accounts from $200 to $1,000 plays that would have sample sizes of 60 to 115 games. These people, so many of them went 57, even as high as 61%, yet that account zeroed out at least 3 to 4 times a year. So I was thinking to myself, how can that possibly be?
Right.
Now I'm looking for closing line value, and I come across this thing that I said, this is strange. I said, how could accounts that are, you only need 53 to win, you know, they're going 57 to 61, yet they zero out.
Zero out, for those at home, means that they
empty,
went for broke.
And these were all post-ups. So when I went to the thing to notice it, I would see that like a virus, it was like a virus in an epidemic. It was always 9 out of 10 times the Sunday night baseball or Sunday night football game. That game, I'm analyzing these accounts. It was fascinating. 8 to 9x on those games, the amount of volume.
Wow.
These were 200.
So basically practicing bad bankroll management.
But you know what? That's what, you know, everybody always says it's so boring, this money management, bankroll management. I got down to the crux of it from the owner of a major sports book. I went to him and I said, buddy, and I'm not going to mention his name, you had me analyzing accounts for closing line value, but I discovered something here in these $200 to $1,000 accounts that guys are hitting over 53, up to 61%, yet they go broke. I said, how is that possible? And it's always that virus, that Sunday night infection. He goes, Frank, he says, don't worry about those accounts. He goes, those accounts, I got them listed at MOT, matter of time. He says, because you're using money and emotions. And even though those guys are getting good plays, and I just think, are some of these guys getting plays from Wager Talk? Yet they're good plays. But with money and emotions, you run into that bad streak, that 1 in 6 on Saturday, 1 in 7. All of a sudden, that $200 or $300 player is betting $2,500, $3,000, all of them. So he looked at me. He says, "Oh, Frank, don't worry about those. Please pay attention to the big accounts for closing line value. Those are MOT accounts, matter of time." He says, "Look at that one guy." And he pulls up a guy. He says, "This guy's 59% on his picks." Yet he's had to reload 3 times. He's gone broke 3 times, and he's not scalping the middle.
That's what bookmakers are looking for, is those people that do chase Sunday night primetime games, Monday night primetime
They
games, where
love
they
it.
know those lines
They
are
love
the
it.
tightest.
So the strangest secret in sports gambling to me, and I completely convinced of it, you got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you have emotions, and that $1.10 they have is constant, you're going broke.
So you just took what I was going to ask Chris.
Yeah, you took a little bit of my thunder.
I'm sorry.
All right, Chris, talk about having a plan and how to keep it.
I think it's incredibly important to develop excellent habits. I've talked about this on previous videos, and 45% of what we do every day is a habit. Think about that. It's going to be the same way when you're placing bets. It's really important to decide what kind of strategy you want to have for your whole betting season. You know, is this going to be FU money? Is this going to be money that's important to you? Not going to go into the money management thing. If you don't understand money management by now,
We have other videos.
forget it. So, but if you're watching this video, you must obviously care. So develop some good habits and stick by them. Remain disciplined. As you touched on it, you can't sit there and give back units you won at a higher rate. Okay, you're always going to have losing streaks. You're always going to have winning streaks. You can't stray off, into the wild blue yonder and get too far off. A lot of little things is do your figures also on a regular basis. Don't sit there and not know where you stand.
I'm not a big Excel person, but I do have just a mild Excel spreadsheet of every single thing I bet over the course of a week. And I look, and you can print it out. You can highlight, okay, where did I make a mistake here? Where was this bet late? Did I bet this early? Did I at least beat the closing line? Why did I bet this early? What's the result, right? And I think that's very important as well.
Well, and the one time you have to do your figures is after that bad week. Nobody wants to do figures. Nobody wants to.
I didn't even want to log in on Tuesday.
Yeah, and everybody wants to live in denial. But if you do that and develop those good habits, then you know what money you're going through. And if you're losing money at a higher rate than you want to, then change your betting for that week. Don't live in not knowing exactly where you stand.
All right, great stuff, Chris. Okay, Frank, can you touch on how to amplify your success with information and advice?
Well, yeah, we know that information is probably the most valuable commodity in the world. It's information. But you can have all the information, because you can get anywhere you want, ESPN, hear all these videos. But now, if you can combine that with great advice, you have such a powerful thing in sports. But remember, you get great information that anybody can get. Combine that with unbelievable advice, and you have a very good winning formula for sports betting.
I like it. Chris, last but not least, tell me why betting is like a supermarket.
Well, do you eat at one restaurant?
No.
Where do you get your food? You don't get your food at Walgreens just because they sell food. I can't tell you how many people I run into that are surprised that I have every betting account.
Of course, as much as I can get.
I hate to, it is amazing how many people do not fund as many accounts as they should. These apps are like supermarkets, okay? There's all kinds of food in there, there's all kinds of bets, but there's different brands and there's different prices and different promotions, and everything is different. The exact, teaser prices are significantly different from shop to shop. Parlay odds are different. Some places, if you tie on a teaser, you automatically push. Some places, if you push, you don't necessarily keep your bets. There's a lot of different rules that you need to go out and search and seek out, and you have to give yourself these advantages. And it's really silly, but a lot of people don't do this. And it's really important to think about these apps and your options as a supermarket.
All right, great stuff from the guys at Vegas Synergy. Make sure to like and share our videos. Want to share some of your thoughts, give us some feedback, or even suggest a video, leave a comment below, and also be eligible to get a free week of service.